All right, and let's go and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel, where today we're going to be checking out Soulstone Survivors and the Houndmaster, specifically for this news update that came out a couple of days ago, which is Embrace the Chaos update. With that, we got the Demon Hunter, which we took a look at in our last video. Now we're going to take a look at one of the other two classes that got artifact power in this latest update. One of those being the Houndmaster. The other one is the Spellblade, and we'll check out that in the next video, as right now we're going to focus on this one. So for the Houndmaster, he got the artifact power called Feral Awakening, and what that says is it empowers your companions, transforming them into feral dogs, increasing their stats temporarily. As far as I can tell, there really is no difference in between the Feral Awakenings as far as like if they do anything additional, as far as like they modify crit damage, crit chance, and that sort of thing. It looks like they all have damage modifiers, crit chance, crit cast frequency, and area modifiers, but to like different degrees. So this one has 200% damage modifier, 50% crit and cast frequency, and a 50% area modifier. Whereas the one we're going to be showcasing today for the this one is the, what is this one? The Rifle's Vengeance right here. Does 150% damage, 100% crit chance, 50% cast frequency, and the multi-cast chance 100%. So they do have different stats, but they don't do anything as far as, you know, like the Arrow Barrage was like a poison thing or bleed themed thing on their weapon. Sorry, words are hard sometimes. So like they're just default animals that just get bonuses based on the type of weapon you're using, not so much like doing a theme like a debuff, bleed, doom, that sort of thing. So we're going to be taking a look at that. I have upgraded our Rifle's Vengeance to +5. This is actually a build that I feel is actually extremely strong. It's not the fastest thing, but it is pretty damn fast. I think I just cleared out a run at like 14 minutes and 5 seconds, I think, with this one. So it is very, very strong. A lot of upfront damage. So yeah, we're going to work on that. We're going to be using Buckshot, Power Blast, and then we're going to combine that with a whole bunch of other skills that have ammunition on there, so we can get that multi-cast chance, because I believe that's what ammunition does. Yes, it does. So for our runes, versatility-wise, we're going to be taking Weapon Expert, Reroll Mastery, and Material Harvest. And then for our Tenacity runes, we're taking Dash Mastery, Extended Magazines, which gives us a chance to gain ammunition with pretty much every skill cast. Then we also got Armor Piercing Rounds, which increases our damage for 15% for 5 seconds whenever we consume a stack ammunition. And then we're also going to go with Pulse of Agony. Not because we're going to be like focusing on bleed, but we have a bleed skill that we're going to be using, and the more bleed we have on targets, the more we're going to have cast frequency, the more we're going to be shooting our gun. And then for our skill tree wise, I am, what did I say? I'm a level 128, so your skill tree may not look like mine. You may have less or more skill points, but the main purpose here is to focus on our Hound's Feast. Essentially, you have some hounds that'll travel with you. You'll see stacks of meat everywhere. As you kill enemies, you collect them to keep your hounds fed, and they'll get a whole bunch of bonuses as long as they are fed. So whenever you're upgrading the tree, obviously make sure you are sticking with all the other nodes that will increase the Hound's Feast. And if you're going to look at another thing up here that's probably going to be fairly important, the damage of your companions will be pretty good, but this one in the top right corner is going to be very important, which increases the number of companions you have by an additional one. That's pretty good. So we're going to jump in here. We, of course, are going to be going to the Scorching Valley, because there is no map properties danger level with that. This is just default max level Curse 7 map with our curse intensity at 62. We're going to jump in. If you like this sort of content, you want to see more videos like this here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and let's go ahead and jump in. So one of the things I will say right out the gate whenever I was playing this earlier is that I noticed the killing power, especially with this these skills that you start out with, is immensely high. The reason for that, by the way, is because this one comes with Brutal, which Brutal says it does double the damage, or 50% more damage based on how close you are. So that's a pretty good trait to have. And the other one is actually Power Blast, which has Devastating, which direct damage caused by the skill is multiplied by 3 on critical strikes. So as we increase our critical strikes, Power Blast is probably going to be our biggest hitter that we're going to be doing. So right out the gate, this thing is going to be amazing for us, especially since we do get some form of multi-hit here at the beginning. So when we see this thing go off, we are absolutely just going to rip through all these enemies. So the best thing you can do when you're down here is to try to line up as many enemies as you can in a row and just like go to town, because your shotgun or your yeah, the rifle here we have of choice will just absolutely melt any and all opposition in front of you. I think it was actually the most experience points I ever had at one time before we even got our first tower and our first series of elites to spawn, which was I think I had like 8 ability points to spend by the time the tower spawned. Fortunately here, we're just a little bit slower than we were in our last game. But look at this. Like, look at how fast we are tearing through those elites. We're going to go ahead and spend our points here. Let's go ahead and get our powerful strikes, our weakening shot, lethality. I am going to go ahead and re-roll this one. I am going to go ahead and pick up some merciless. And then I'm going to go ahead and start banishing skills I do not want and pick up anything that I do want. I'm going to take explosive for the shattered, which reduces enemy armor. So there is that. And then we're going to just go ahead and collect all this right here so we can get our dogs well fed. As you see down there in the bottom right hand corner, the little dog symbol right there. Every time we build 30 stacks, I think it's based on performing skills, we'll get a well fed boy. One of our empowered units, essentially. I'm going to go ahead and start working on some of these. Let's go get another shot of lethality. We'll start banishing again. Nope, not weakening grenade. And we got one more banish left, but now we can re-roll. I'm going to go ahead and take shrapnel. That'll be our main bleed mechanic. We're going to go ahead and go with Hound's Feast. It is worth going over 100% crit chance. Because you get multiple instances of crit if you go over the cap. That is important to know. I'm also going to go with Powerful Strikes because that's just going to outright increase everything about our characters. I'm also going to go with Rapid Barrage. And that is the full slew of skills that we do need right there. We are going to go ahead and lock down the damage increase on Shrapnel Shot. And I'm going to go ahead and go with the lethality. Because again, remember our Power Blast. The more we crit, the more damage Power Blast does. And you're going to see the power of this right here. As soon as these guys go, we already downed one of them. And at 2 minutes 10 seconds, we were able to down our first set of lords. I'm going to pick this up. We're going to spend our 10 points here. I am going to lock all these. We'll get some more. Man, there are a lot of good options here. And then we'll re-roll a bit. Multicast. Merciless. Lock that down. Lock that down. Yeah, we got a lot of good options here at the start. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure everything bleeds just to get our cast frequency up based off of those bleeds. Again, we're not really building behind the idea of bleed. We just more or less want to be able to bleed stuff to get our instances of bleed up for cast frequency. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna stay at the bottom of the map here, or around the edges. Because again, remember, whenever you stick to the edges of the map, there are more instances of enemies spawning. And that'll serve you very well. Because we basically want to make like a conga line of enemies spawning behind us. And work our way back and forth, making sure that we kill and clear any and all enemies here as fast as we can. We do have a shield tower up, so we'll make our way over there. Hopefully we'll clear it out fast enough that we can kill this just as they're spawning. There they go. We'll go ahead and spend these points. Magnetic. We'll get some points of health. Attack spread. Ooh. So many good choices here. We can't pass up on the blue Merciless, though. And we're out of locks, which is kind of sad. I'm not going to worry about our dogs being faster. They're pretty good. Expansive one's not going to be too bad. We're not worrying about damaging a weakening shot. That's not really a thing we're concerned with. More lethality is nice, but I would like to get a better level of lethality. There we go. Oh, no. We'll get the multicast, and then we'll go for the lethality. Let's make our way down here. Alright, Colometh, last one. There we go, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, last one. It was a little slower because of the fact that we did have to go all the way across the arena to clear out that shield tower. They could have been fairly problematic for us. Of course, shield towers giving damage reduction for every instance of shield tower up. Also, one of the things I want to point out with this newest update that I feel like it's very necessary to point out is, I gotta be honest, the performance for this game has been so much better than it used to be. I'm feeling like I'm rocking the solid 60 FPS that I have the game locked at. I haven't really been feeling any instances of the game slowing down or lagging or dropping frames at all like I used to. And I think it's come a long way with those two instances. And I know that was a huge point for them. Oh no. We're probably gonna have to go with the magnetic. I'm sorry. That's too good to pass up. Let's go ahead and do multicast. That's fine. Relentless. We'll do the barrage. Relentless. We'll get some agility. Power blast damage going up is always a good thing. Power blast again. Behemoth, yes. Let's get some extra health for us. Damage increased on blast skills. Also fairly nice. But yeah, overall, I gotta say, this build feels so good. It really does. I'm not even sure how much the dogs themselves are really contributing. I mean, I'm sure they are. We have a number of dogs out, for sure. I think at one point I saw that I had like 5 little pooches running around with me. And with the way we're able to absolutely just like manhandle all these lords, it's phenomenal. With I don't even know, I remember if the shield tower came up before or after they came into the picture. Really not going to concern ourselves with that too much because it was a non-issue. I do know that Rapid Barrage is a lot stronger than I give it credit for, so this time, last round I didn't really put as many points into it as I thought I would need. I didn't really think it was going to be that beneficial, but honestly, Rapid Barrage is such a strong skill on its own. It just volley and volley and volley and volley. And it's going to be amazing for stacking that bleed since there's so many shots that come out for the Rapid Barrage at one time. I wasn't even paying attention to the time at how, what rate we actually killed those lords at, but I gotta imagine it was still pretty fast. And then we'll just work our way back around. I didn't even realize we had the lords coming up. Man, this is really fast. Magnetic. We'll do a damage increase there. Ooh, another Merciless. Ooh, a damage mod. We're getting really, really lucky with some of the stuff here. We'll do Agile, Magnetic, Lethality. We definitely need to get more instances of Lethality for sure. I'm gonna go with Agile here. Let's see what I can perform right here doing this. I want to stay out of Alfred's little whirlwind there, if I could. I do want to handle Gammoth. Gamooth. He's dead. And there we go. We'll do damage increase on our Power Blast. Damage increase. And it's funny because usually I'm not one for a lot of damage increases on my modifiers. Whenever I'm picking skills, I usually go for the ailment type builds, but I think just because of how we have devastating and brutal on so many skills, that it really benefits from having like power strikes and stuff like that upgraded. We got another shield tower over there. We'll go ahead and take care of that. And I just love, we didn't even get that close to that thing, and it still just got absolutely demolished. The only sad thing is, being the Houndmaster, I don't see a lot of my pooches, just because we're covering the ground in gunfire and smoke. But the cool thing is, we are at 7 minutes and 36 seconds, and we are already close to our last set of lords. We are taking some hits. Very minor. Last sort of lords getting ready to come up. Let's go ahead and spend their skills while we can. Another magnetic. Jesus, we're getting really lucky with magnetic. Let's see. Damage increase. Let's do powerful strikes. I really need to see more. Can't pass up on the buckshot, honestly. I really want to see more of the crit chance lethality, but we're not getting lucky with that portion. And there we go. 8 minutes, 27 seconds was our time for getting into the first level of Overlord, so we're going to check that out. Let's go ahead and take the lethality. Let's go ahead and go with Merciless. I really want to see if... Oh, shrapnel shot. Not bad. And now we're into our first step of lethality. And of course, we got to collect ourselves some more dog meat. But honestly, even without the dog meat, we are still fairly strong. The only thing that can make this better is if we get things like the skill that makes it to where our bleed, a portion of the bleed is dealt up front. That could be pretty strong to have. And of course, something I haven't pointed out, but the quality of the meats here, you can see there's different rarities of them. I think they just fill in a certain amount of slots. I don't think they give better bonuses or whatever. They just satiate your dogs to a better degree. Let's go ahead and work on our level ups. Take a little bit of health. Do powerful strikes. Damage increased there. Ooh, there we go. There's a lethality. We'll also go with attack speed, sure, why not? And we'll do damage increase there. And I would take a third dodge. Alright. And hopefully we don't get the benefit of a shield tower coming in to try to help these guys. That'd be very unfortunate. Of course, this first set of lords is probably going to go down a little bit slower just because of the fact that we don't have any level ups, and the first set of lords are typically a little bit healthier than they were. They take a bigger health boost from the first level to Overlord 1. Or that's the way that feels to me anyways. I don't know if that's actually true, it just feels like that's the case. Oh, there's a big guy right there. He went down all the same. There's another set of lords. Ooh. That's 165 health. I think we're going to take that one. Damage increase. We'll re-roll. Let's get some agile. Hound's Feast to get the power of our doggies up. We'll do some lethality there. Powerful strikes. Oh, I passed powerful strikes. That's my bad. And we'll go with relentless lethality. Sure, why not? We'll take the smaller grade lethality since we can't seem to get a good, like, rarity on our lethalities. I wanted to take care of Gammoth if I can. I don't like it when they... Oh, there's 2 Gammoths. Oh, no, there isn't. Oh, the one of them was the Tiagro. Okay, I see. I saw 2 beam attacks that rotate. Take this guy out. There we go. Unfortunately, we did take a small hit there, but we will be fine. Alright, and we're still looking good on time, honestly. We just stay vigilant about taking out the elites. Whenever we see a pack of elites, we should focus on them. There's shield tower right there. Alright, and then we'll look at health. Sure, why not? Oh, another health. Multicast. That's 48% for everything. Yeah. We'll go expansive. Reroll. Ooh, lethality. There's a green one. Agile, sure. Merciless, and we'll do a damage increase. We are currently out of reroll. It's kind of sad. I don't know where we just took a hit from, but we did take a hit. Sad news. I want to take down this Gammoth down here if I could. There we are. I'll just focus on the elites where we can. We need 30 this time. We should still get them pretty quickly. We do have a tower up at the top that we need to work on. We'll work our way up there as we cleave things behind us. Six more elites to go. And it doesn't look like I got lucky enough to get as fast as I got in the last one. I think I also got really lucky with some of the passes we got, like the one that does part of the bleed up front. Unfortunately, not lucky enough to see that this one. We will go with... lethality. Area, damage increase, merciless. Multicast is fine. Agile. And we'll go relentless. There we go. All right. And now we are down to our last set of lords coming up. And something just flung me across the screen. Fun times. I think we also got really lucky with the amount of magnetics we got. I definitely didn't have this many level ups. I think I capped out my last round at level 99. And we are just about 10 more lords shy of completing our Overlord 1 run. right, let's use the last couple of level ups here. We'll do damage increase on the rapid barrage. We'll take crit chance on the hounds. Do expansive. We'll do multicast. Probably the last set of level ups we'll have here. Alright, there they go. And there we go. 14 minutes, 43 seconds. You know what? I actually may have tied my previous time. We'll check it out. Let's go and finish off the round. Look at our numbers here. So for the Scorching Valley, we managed to complete Overlord 1 in 14 minutes, 43 seconds, with Power Blast, of course, being the upfront skill we thought it would be, at 739.2 million. Our Dog Bite, which was actually from the Feral... No, they're not. Yeah, I believe that is actually from the Feral Awakening. That's the Dog Bite Natural. Shrapnel Blast coming up at 205. Buckshot doing 169. Rapid Barrage not doing nearly... Wow. I expected more out of this because I had less points. I think I had 4 points in this last round, and I actually ended up doing like 300 something million. I honestly think it had to do with some of the passes I might have had at the time. Explosive Shot, I knew it was going to come behind, but we wanted the Shatter for that one, and the Weakening, of course, applying the Weakening effect, or the Exposed effect from that one. So that is a look at it. Of course, Power Blast just absolutely just dominating. Let's go back and check. I want to compare my time to my last round. Let's go to profile matches right here. So I managed to complete. What is this one? I don't even know where this one came from. 14. I actually beat it by 1 second, my time as the houndmaster. That's pretty funny. So again, we're looking at the blacksmith. I did use the rifleman's vengeance using buckshot and power blast. Runes wise, for my versatility runes, we use weapon expert, reroll mastery, and material harvest. And for my tenacity runes, we use dash mastery for the increased dash, extended magazine for the ammunition buildup, and the armor piercing rounds for the additional damage whenever we use ammunition stacks, and Hulls of Agony, so we increase our cast frequency with the effect of what was I can't remember which one it was. It's the, what skill was that? The Shrapnel Shot. Yeah, okay. And then, of course, look at the skill tree one more time. This is kind of what mine looks like. But again, focus on getting your Hound's Feast points. I can't remember what I was trying to call them. And then you want to get this node over here in the top left-hand corner, right-hand corner, whatever you want to say, top of the screen, to increase the number of companions you have. So anyways, yeah, that is a look at the Houndmaster with the artifact power equipped. Based off of that, seeing those dogs come in at second place in damage, it seems like the Feral Awakening is fairly strong. So kudos to the dogs for picking up the slack of the skills that didn't do enough damage. That being said, if you like the sort of content, you want to see more videos like this here on this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video and what characters you want to see next. Of course, we do have the Spellblade coming up, so there is that. Stay tuned if you want to see that. Until next time, you guys take care, and I will catch you all in my next video. Later.